Hi, my name is Leslie Hennessy. Welcome to GourmetWines.com, first wine video blog. First of all, thanks to all of you out there who've been buying our wine for the last 20 or 25 years, and thank you to all of you who are joining us for the very first time. We're going to study the three sciences of winemaking today: ampelography, viticulture, and enology. They sound like tongue-twisting names, but they specifically are ampelography, the study of grape origin; viticulture, the study of growing grapes; and enology, the study of making wine. Let's start with ampelography first. We know through ampelographers' books such as this that the origin of Zinfandel did actually come from Dalmatia. We know this because we did DNA testing on all the grapevines in California that are Zinfandel, went to all the grape growing regions on the planet, the origins of the grape growing regions, and found that Zinfandel absolutely comes from Dalmatia. We did this through the school of ampelography. We also can find out from ampelographers using books like this, the ampelographer's book, what grape leaf is what grape varietal. Specifically, if somebody brought this Chardonnay leaf to you and said, "What is it?" the ampelographer would say, "Well, let's put it on the grid." And they put the center of the grape leaf at my finger point here. They measure the distance to the end of the grape leaf, and every single time it's going to be Chardonnay, the same distance, or Cabernet, or Zinfandel, or whatever the many other hundreds of grape varietals there are. Okay, so now we know where the grapes are coming from, the origin of them, using ampelography. Now we've got to grow them. The school of growing grapes is called viticulture. We know the Romans and the Greeks probably planted grapes in this fashion right here called head pruning. Very specifically, the grape is just coming off of a trunk. The grapes grow off of the trunk into what looks like a head pruned configuration. We found out, though, that if we did away with this configuration and we did cane pruning, where we leave just 3 to 5 canes in January and February when we're pruning, we get to that very perfect 3.5 tons per acre that renders us the perfect bottle of wine. We also said, let's automatically harvest, because labor is getting to be a question. And so if we grow these two arms that are called cordons and we leave little tips coming up, the grapes grow from those tips, and the automatic harvester comes along and hits the little berries on these cordon arms. The berries fall into a conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt dumps the grapes into a truck. The truck brings the grapes to the winery. All of that is the school of viticulture. Now, once the wine is in the winery, you've probably all been to a winery, we now need to study the school of enology, winemaking. And I brought today an old-time winemaking tool of mine from my home winemaking days. This is called a hygrometer, and specifically we want the wine to end up at about 12.5% alcohol, but it comes in at 23% sugar. So 23% sugar needs to be translated and calculated so that we can finish the fermentation and have the perfect bottle of wine by using simply a hygrometer. As we dump the must into the hygrometer in the various days of fermentation, the hygrometer floats in the must and balances to the point where the alcohol finally gets to, which we hope would be 12.5%. This is just one of the simple tools that we use in the school of enology and winemaking. There are hundreds and hundreds of them. But there you have it, the three sciences of wine: ampelography, the study of grape origin; viticulture, the study of grape growing; and enology, the study of winemaking. Thanks very much for joining us at GourmetWines.com. Hope to have you join us at our next video blog.